balance. My name's Carrie. This is my meditation intro video. So we're going to talk a little bit here about what meditation is, how we can get it into our lives, and what we do to set it up. So you're all ready to click on the videos and meditate with me later on. So meditation is the formal aspect of mindfulness, in that we designate a time, we sit down and we discipline ourselves to come into that calm and peaceful state of mind. So that will take some time and effort and practice to do that. But that's the point where we end up feeling calm, centered, peaceful, tranquil, all these lovely words. And then the informal side of mindfulness is we take that state, that calm state, into our daily lives, and we use it like a barometer. Then it becomes where we can notice when we're not calm anymore, when something happens, something in our external life happens, and we start reacting to it, and because we're paying attention to the present moment in mindfulness, in the daily life, in the informal side of things, we are tuned in to when we're not calm, and we can think, oh, I'm not calm anymore, what's happened, what do I need to do? I need to think about the breath or whatever it is. Okay, so that's the formal and informal part. Meditation is the formal aspect. So we set our attention for at least 10 minutes a day. That's what we want to work with to start off, and you can fit that in whenever. There's no best time to meditate. The best time is when you can do it, and ideally when you can do it every day at that time, because then you'll form a habit. When you form a habit, it's easier to do, and you just do it and you get the benefits from it, and then that motivation comes and it keeps getting you on the seat, the cushion, the bed, whatever. So to progress this is to do 2 sessions of 10 minutes a day, so it might be morning and night, and then to progress further you increase your 10 minutes. So there's definitely ways to improve and progress through this, but to start off with, at least 10 minutes a day. There's no right or wrong for meditation. It is just what it is. There will be times when there's so many thoughts going in your head and you'll be thinking, I can't do this, it's boring, or I'm not good at this, there's no point. All these thoughts are happening. That's normal, right? It takes practice. We're training the mind. So we notice these thoughts, we allow them to come and go. What the big thing is, back to the definition of mindfulness, paying attention to the present moment without judgment, we be kind to ourselves with whatever arises. So if we have got a lot of thoughts going on that day, or we might not have many thoughts, but our body might be restless, and whatever happens in that moment, we allow it to be there. We're not judgmental about it. We be kind to ourselves, and we let it pass. That thought, that sensation, that emotion, just let it pass. Come back to the anchor, which is maybe the breath. If you need to move during the practice, that is fine as well. Again, no judgment. Let's be kind to ourselves. If you need to move, complete posture, again, that's fine. Just do it mindfully. Let that be part of the practice. Do some mindful movement as you're moving. It becomes an issue when you're moving constantly. Maybe that's when you're feeling bored and it's resonating in your body that you're feeling bored and frustrated or whatever. So on that point you can think, what's going on here? But again, with whatever happens, you're kind to yourself. You just think, oh, I'm a bit restless today, it's not as good today, but I'm still going to be here and I'm still going to be present with that. With all postures, make sure you're comfortable, make sure you're in comfortable clothing, nothing that restricts your breathing. If you are meditating first thing in the morning, last thing at night, I just do it in pyjamas. What better comfortable clothing have you got? So yeah, just make sure you're comfortable. You may want a blanket as well, because when we're sat still for any length of time, our body temperature might drop. So yeah, just have a blanket to hand. So what we'll do now is go through some postures. I'll go through seated on a chair, seated on a cushion, and lying down. And show you all the techniques and ways in which to do that. Okay, so this is the setup for sitting on a cushion. This is quite a big one. You can see the beaded type of cushions that you get. You can get the half size of ones. These are more common, in which case you may need to get two. Just depends. We'll go through the best height for you. And this is just a sort of meditation mat as well to go underneath it. You don't need that. You could just sit on a carpeted floor with your cushion. That's fine as well. I have problems sitting like this actually. It hurts my ankles, so I sit on the edge of this. But you can just get some rolled up socks and put them under as well. Okay, so I'll show you this at this height and how to kind of get into it. So I'll put my ankles at the side there and then kind of sit on the edge of it, alright? And you can see the arch of my back here. It's not hyper and it's not the opposite as well. It's not a flat back. So the weight's distributed quite well through the lower legs, the points of contact being on the sort of knees there and on the ankles, but you can see my ankle's nice and rested in kind of a neutral-ish position. If you wanted to roll up a ball of socks and put them there, that's fine. Otherwise, if you're on the floor, you can see there's a bit of a stretch now down there for me. So just taking them off the side of a rug, rolled up socks, however it's comfortable for you. I feel nice and supported there. I'm not overarching and I'm not got a flat back either. So in that position I feel quite in line. You can see neutral spine going on. It's kind of like what to do with your hands. So what I tend to do is wrap a blanket around, or if you've got a dressing gown you can just put your hands into your dressing gown at the front there. So I'll do this quite comfortable because, like I said in the intro, you want to be comfortable, so you blanket that hand anyway, so you might want to do it like this. So I tend to put this on before I sit down and then get it all comfortable around your legs, and then you can just tuck your hands in there, okay? And that's quite good because you can feel that breath moving as you're doing it as well. So that's the position for on the cushion. You can see the difference if I move that off and just put a little cushion underneath, how my hips aren't above my knees. They're kind of in line now. They're putting a lot more pressure on my knees. It's not comfortable there for me. My back's flatter, so that's too low. I need to be upright. Okay, hips need to be higher than knees. And likewise, if you are to do this with cross-legged, similar, you want to be higher up with your knees lower down. Yeah, see at that angle. So again, you're kind of on the edge of it really, just the way it goes, but my knees are lower down. And then you can either have that in there or have your blanket around you. So that's a cushion. Next we've got sitting in a chair. So I don't know if you can see, but my feet are on tiptoes. So I'd want to put something under them because you still want to be sat in the back of the chair, not shuffled to the front. And also, if I'm going to have the support of the chair, I'm laid right back. So I want to put some support behind my back here. So support on the feet, to have your feet flat. It's best if it is on the ground or something flatter than a cushion. So a yoga block's also good to use. And then, so everything's kind of in a sort of a 90 degree angle formation going on here. Again, with your posture at the back, if I turn around, that's kind of supporting my lower back. But if I take it away, You can see I've got an arch here in my back. It's not rounded and squashed, because I'd be squashing the parts to help me breathe if I'm rolled forward, but I'm also not overarched and really up and dignified posture like that. It's just a nice relaxed posture, not too tight, not too loose, in the middle way, as we say with mindfulness. So turn around, back around to see you, pop that back. I'm in a upright posture, not too rigid and not too loose. Hands are just gently in your lap. You can have them at the side here if you want to do these, they call them mudras or whatever, mantras. You can do, as long as your hands are relaxed. I like to have my hands together. This is my way, one of my ways of helping me ground, is to have your thumbs touching. I think you say the right is in left, but for me, I prefer the left in the right. So again, it's whatever works with you, be kind. So from that position, yeah, your head's in line, and you should feel like your muscles aren't working over to keep you in that position. If you're like this, then you kind of are. If you're like that, then you're kind of imbalanced as well. It might be your muscles are imbalanced, and that is a better posture for you, comfortable wise. So again, just listen to your body. Then we have lying down, fairly straightforward really. I'll show you in the mindful movement videos of how you can get onto lying, so check those out. But regarding your pillow or cushion, you want to have it so it's not making you have your chin on your chest, and you want to have it so that your chin's not lifted. So nice equidistance really here, as at your back of your neck as well. And then if you do have some back problems, you might want to keep your knees up, or if you would prefer to, you can put a pillow, a couple of pillows under your knees and have them bent there, so it's just having a little bit of ease on your back there. And like I mentioned, you might want that blanket, and so the blanket just goes on you. That's it. Nice and comfortable. Arms in if you want. And you can either put your hands on your rib cage there, and that can help with bringing your attention to your breath, or you can have your hands to the side, whatever you want to do, and away you go. So I hope these techniques are helpful and start you on your meditating journey. Click on my meditation videos and we can meditate together. If you've liked what we've talked about today and you found it useful, please like, share and subscribe, all that good stuff. Otherwise, see you next time. Much love.